Welcome back, everybody, to the world's worst fishing. I am Chris Jones, and so it's actually been a little while since we've gotten together on the YouTube. So my last video, I was remelting a bunch of Guggen baits, and thank you to everybody who watched that video. It was a lot of fun, and I still have some of the worms from that are going in my tackle box. So yeah. That was a fun video, and it got a lot of views, so again, thank you guys so much. Today, however, we're going back to real bait making, as in we're taking the raw materials and doing it all ourselves, okay? We're not going to remelt anything that I've already made or that any of the big companies have already made, okay? We're making it all from scratch. So another bait maker that I'm friends with, his name is Noah Clark, okay? We are, well, not we. Noah Clark is an exceptional mold maker, okay? He, much like Habitual Anglers and Oracle Lures, Brad Hardy's outfit, he likes to sculpt masters, okay? And take, days, sculpting these beautiful masters and then pouring your own silicone molds with them. That's what Noah really seems to like doing. Now, I'll show you his Instagram page here in a minute, but I like to team up with other bait makers, so to speak, whenever I can, and he made some worm molds that I just had to have, okay? Whenever I saw these, I was like, dude, like, invoice me right now for some of those. So I got them. So we're gonna take a look at those real quick, and I haven't poured these yet. I just got them in the mail today. And I can tell these are going to be beautiful. Like, even if I pour a stank color, these are going to look awesome. So let's take a look. Okay, let's take a look at these. Boom, look at that. Look at how precise these molds are poured. I mean, he really takes his time. Yeah. So it's another silicone worm mold. Open pour style, much like the one that I've had on my channel a bunch. In fact, I used it in the Guggen baits video. So we're very familiar with a mold like this. Yeah, I don't know if he has like a name for this worm, but it is absolutely just a stud looking worm. So I believe this one over here is a little 4-incher. And let's see, if that's 4-inch, then this is what, 6.5, something like that. So this is your average. I mean, these are literally your two finesse worm sizes, right? You got if you just think about Zoom baits, right? Their trick worm is 6.25 inch or 6.5 inch, and then they got the little 4-inch version. So let's take a look at who made this mold. So this is him right here, Outdoorsman _ Clark, Noah Allen Clark, and let's see, yeah. So here, I believe, is a picture of the making of this thing. So you can see he has his resin masters or whatever he's using for the master, and then his box, and then there's the mold that came out of it. Let's see, yeah. So, he's really taking his time on this stuff, as you can see. He told me that he likes doing this more than actually pouring baits. Oh yeah, I sent him some rainbow trout skin pours. Right on. So anyway, that's where this came from, and I'm really excited. I have not poured this yet, so we're just going to start with probably just a solid color, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and heat up my plastic here, and then we'll meet you right back. Okay, and so real quick, for any of you guys who may be new to making baits, I'm just going to talk a little bit about cooking the plastic here. So this is Dead On Plastics, of course. This is their worm blend in the black bucket, so it's the sinking stuff. And you can see it looks like it's fully cooked, right? It's nice and clear, nice and runny. However, you always want to make sure that you stir the contents off the bottom. See how it's just a little gelled off the bottom there? Right? There's just a little lump right there. Alright, that bottom plastic is not fully converted. So whenever you see your plastic, no matter what brand you're using, and you pull it out and it looks right, and you use your temperature gun, and on the surface it's ready to go, chances are the internal temperature of the plastic, especially towards the bottom of the cup where it's least cooked, isn't quite ready yet. So if you were to pour baits with this, they would be sticky and they wouldn't fully cure. So you really need to mix it well and then cook it again. So I'm going to pop that in for another 30 seconds or so, and then I'm actually ready to use it. Okay, that is fully cooked plastic, and to start, we're just going to keep it simple, just a straight solid color. We're going to use the Dead On Purple Rain, and we're literally just going to make some purple worms. So nothing too crazy here, but this is a really pretty shade of purple, and I think it'll look good just to pour just a straight flat color, no flake, no glitter, no pearls, just purple. Yeah, maybe just a little bit more, thicken it up just a smidge. All right, and then we will be ready to go. Yeah, that's gonna look good, you guys. Kind of drizzle it on the table. You know what, I want it slightly thicker. Slightly thicker. Okie doke. Alright, we're ready to pour. Alright, well, hopefully all that cricket noise isn't too bad. So, I'm going to attempt to pour this now. Oh, yeah, we got some kids out there in the yard. Hello, guys. Alright. Kind of have to focus on what I'm doing. Oh, yeah, that's a beaut. I think the key here is to get that plastic scalding hot. That way it really fills in well and fills in evenly. When your plastic starts cooling down, it's not as viscous. It just doesn't fill these cavities the way that you want to. And it's not like when you're pouring in aluminum and you can use the heat of the mold to help compensate for that. You don't have that luxury in silicone. So, of course, you can preheat it with a heat gun, but this is pouring beautifully. So I just have to try and do a good job here. I don't want to disgrace the mold. Oh, yep, disgrace. All right, now let's get this little one here, 4-incher. Little cute thing. It'll be real fun later when we pour a split tail color and then bust out the divider cup, maybe with some of that color shift. But for right now, we're just pouring a purple worm. Yeah, boy, this is nice. I'm loving this already. Such a cool shape too. I love the kind of egg-shaped tails down there. Those little diamond tails. Alright, let's try and just get this first one out here. Might have to do it this way. Just try to grab it. Yeah, there we go. Alright, now we'll straighten her back out. Oh yeah. Look at that, you guys. Oh, look at that. Hitting that cool. Oh yeah, it has a great shiny finish to it. Yeah, boy. Definitely got to get some more of these out. So I'm just going to lay it right there. I can't even imagine the amount of sandpaper work it requires to get something like that. Alright, now let's take a look at this little 4-inch. This is going to be a drop-shotting monster right here. Oh, yeah. Oh, Billy. Look at that. Yeah, let's get a little close-up going on there. Look at that madness. Oh man, this is an awesome mold, buddy. I appreciate it. I appreciate you willing to spend your time and let me buy one of these. Alright. Yeah, let's get this one out. Boom. That's cool. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to get the rest of these out. I'm probably going to pour another round with that color because I have some of this purple plastic left over. And then we're going to move on to probably a split tail. We're going to pour just the tails in one color, and then we're going to fill in the rest of the body with another color and see how it looks sort of with that effect. Okay, so just real quick, here's my second round. And one thing that I like to do to kind of clean up a silicone mold, you see some of these overpours, you can literally just run your finger down the side once the worm kind of is starting to set up, and you can literally just kind of rake off those edges there. So you can see that comes off nice and clean, and you literally just run, I just use my thumb, but I can just run my thumb down basically between the worms, right on the silicone stretch, and basically just roll off a lot of that stuff, which is less trimming I have to do with my scissors ultimately. So yeah, that spot right there is being a little bit of a problem, but yeah, see, we got it. There you go. So just a little tip there to clean up your pores, and you know, from a distance, hey, it looks like I poured that one perfectly. Okay, now let's do some split tail hyper shifts. So ZTP, and we'll just, yeah, hopefully this looks cool. So this is going to be very concentrated. Alright, so that's going to be the tails. So we're just going to pour this color as just the tail portion. Okay, so there's our setup, and we literally just have the mold on an old plastic puck, okay? And that's a good way to just keep it angled up, which is what you need when trying to pour just the tails. Okay, so basically going to pour it till it almost looks like it's running out, and we can pour it, you know, a little higher up there, a little higher up. All right, actually, I need to get my plastic a little hotter. It's not quite where I want it. All right, we'll try this next one here. Okay, want to be very precise. Moving on up the tail, that way there's a little bit more of a kind of gradual effect to it when you look at the worm right side up. Just keep in mind, the right side up here is actually the bottom of the worm. The bottom of the cavity is the top of the worm when you take it out. Oops. Alright. Come over here. Looks good. Alright, there we go. Alright, and we're going to use ZTF Hyper Shift for the body color. Now this plastic here, I stirred it way too hard when it came out of the microwave. So that's actually been to the vacuum pump and back. You can kind of see some of those bubbles on the inside of the cup there. That's evidence of the vacuum chamber. All right, let's stir this in. This is a really, really awesome hyper shift color. It's like a brown and gold, yeah. That'll be a cool looking worm just by itself. Yeah, just kind of look at the effect there. All right, well anyway, I'm gonna get this prepared and super hot, then we're gonna pour the bodies. Okay, so first things first, I need to heat gun, okay? Remember this thing, you guys, the heat gun. I need to heat gun those right there. Heat gun is not plugged in. Be right back. Okay, we're actually gonna do it this time. Boom, heat gun. Now, heat gun is amazing for this. However, it can, and will damage your silicone. So you want to use silicone conditioner if you are a regular heat gunner on your silicone molds. So the idea here is just to tack up that plastic and get it sort of liquidy again. That way our body color will bond to it. So real quick, I'm going to do this kind of around the camera. I want to get those bodies poured pretty fast, okay? Definitely going to be a little sloppy, but that's okay. I want to get them poured fast. Ugh, that was real bad. I want to get them poured fast and hot. You can tell I haven't done this in a while. Okay? Hot and fast. All of that crap can be cleaned right off. Alright. Got that one about right. Okay, boom. There we go. So that looks like a complete mess, and it is. But we're actually going to heat gun it again, and what that will do is further melt those two together, the tips with the body, and it will even out some of that lumping there. So you can see where that other color, where the ZTF has stopped, there's kind of a little lump there, but actually we gotta wait. But we want to even that out. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna let this set up a little bit, and then we're gonna heat gun it again, and that will really get things where we need to get them. Yeah, so I had to redeem myself on that second pour right there. So that one is much, much, much cleaner. You can see kind of the distinction down there with the two colors. So anyway, we're going to let that one set up. I'm going to reheat gun the sloppy one here. Like I said, that will kind of melt some of that unevenness together. And then we're ready to demold. Alright, y'all, let's take one out and see what happened. I think it's going to be, oh my god, just look at that for one. Oh, you guys, look at this. Look at that. Shiftiness. Oh, awesome. Look at that. I love it. Oh, y'all, look at this. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Look at that. Wow. Super cool. And then I actually have my original ones over there, and for some reason the second run came out lighter, so I don't know if I got the plastic just too hot, or if maybe that very first pour, maybe there was some sort of still maybe some mold release agent in the mold. But either way, yeah, it looks like completely two different worms, but really it's not. So yeah, there are the split tail color shift or hyper shift right there. And that one's going to be hard to beat, you guys. But next up, we're going to get out the divider cup and get a little swirly action going. So I'm going to clear these, throw them over there, and then we're going to get ready to roll with the divider cup. Okay, so we're going to do a black and purple swirl. Alright, so black on that side. And then for the purple side, we're going to go with the old Hobby Lobby special. Just some purple pearl powder. And I want to use this pearl powder because it's thick enough to have the contrast with that black so that we can actually see our swirls. If I was using, let's say, this pigment right here, I'd have to use a lot more of it, I think, to get the contrast, even though the dead-on pigments are pretty concentrated. But now I'm actually going to add a bunch of blue highlight to that purple, okay? Just to give it a little extra pizzazz. So let's get this mixed up here as best we can. Purple mixed with blue highlight, to me, has a really, really, really pretty effect. You can kind of see the purple and the blue together there. We may actually add a little bit of black grape to that to darken it. I still want to use the powder as the main base to thicken it, to get that contrast that I want, to get the opaqueness that I want. But I also want it a little bit darker than that. Well, there again, it's going to darken when it's mixed with the black. So, decisions. Okay, so I'm going to pour a little bit of each color into the divider cup. I don't need a whole lot because there again, this isn't a very big worm. Okay, so try to get both sides even. And let's kind of get at a side angle. That'll let me get a little bit better shot at this. So again, just like I normally do with the divider cup, I just want to get both streams in there and just kind of vibrate it as I go. Very hard to do this cleanly, but that's okay. You just go with it. It's the beauty of hand pouring. It's imperfect and it's kind of meant to be. Yeah. So I normally pour with the off-brand Pyrex cups, the Anchor brand. But these Pyrexes, they pour a finer stream of plastic, in my opinion. In my experience, it's just a better pouring cup. So I need to switch to like all actual Pyrex brand, because this divider cup is it just pours better. It's just better. That's the only thing I can really say about it. Yeah, that's looking sloppy, but it's looking sexy. Okay, and there is both the larger size and the smaller size. Oh, what do you guys think? Now let's lay them all out, which is going to be a chore. And then we'll take a look. Yeah, there we are right there. That's thumbnail. That's a little bit of everything. So, yeah. So just to go back through it, we have our just straight purple from the first run right there. We have it in the 6, whatever it is, inch, 6.5. I need to get a ruler out here. Got some of the little ones back there. We have some of the Hyper Shift 4 inchers, the split tails. Got a few back there. Got the 6.5 over there, and then our swirls. I am really, really, really digging that. Yeah, if I can get it in focus. Yeah, that purple and black swirl. That is really cool. So yeah, new molds, always fun. Yeah, go check him out on Instagram. Give him a follow. He's doing some really cool things, and he's a bait maker worth following. And he makes cool molds like this. So yeah, I was really excited to get these. I wanted some more open pore worm molds. And whenever I saw his silicone handmade stuff, I said, hey, I have to get some of that, because I love playing with this. You know, I have that one worm mold that Hardy made me a long time ago, and I still love pouring that one. It's amazing. And now I have just a little bit more options. So yeah, new molds, always a great thing. And wouldn't be a video without showing you a little bit of swim bait action. So this is some recent stuff. So these are, let's get better light. Those are some yellow perch skin pores right there. They're actually not capsuled. It's just a black skin pore for the layer, for the stripes there, and then a gold skin layer, and then a orange belly, then a gold body, and then this darker top, which is black mixed with some green powder. This was cool. So this is a capsule creation, as you can kind of see there. And that's just pigment dotted under there. That was sort of like a little speckled perch. I had black crappie in mind whenever I did that one. Got a gorgeous Jetson eye on there. So yes, some specks there, and then some 4-inch action down here. A little bit of sexy shad in the 4-inch. These are both the Angling AI hand pour molds. So the 4-inch and the 6-inch. So still got to put eyes on the 4-inchers and want to pour a lot more of those. So be on the lookout for a post here in the next week or two with a lot of these available. So anyway, just some recent swim bait action. Golly, guys, it is hot. But definitely shoot me lots of comments down below. Let me know which ones were your favorite. I'm gonna have to go with the swirl, the purple and black swirl. You know, the Hyper Shift is really awesome. Man, I think the swirl, for my taste, just edges that one out. They're both really awesome. The one that's more likely to catch a fish, probably the straight purple. We all know that a purple worm is king of the bass world. So anyway, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you pour a similar style worm. You know, that's that's now the smallest worm mold that I own. I don't have any worms that small, so I'm happy to have some stuff like that. I have a couple new molds from StankX Baits, so some more silicone molds coming your way, and we'll probably do a back to basics on pouring in silicone. So we'll kind of dedicate a video to various techniques pouring in silicone, similar to what we did today, but with a broader style or a more broad base of shapes, not just one mold, essentially. So anyway, shoot me lots of comments down below. Thank you guys so much for being here today, and we'll catch you next time.